So welcome to the SDG Media Summit.
I'm Robert Skinner. I'm the Executive Director of the United Nations Office for Partnerships. And again, I just want to express my appreciation to all of you for being here. On behalf of the United Nations, welcome to the United Nations.
Next, we have Kerstin. Kerstin has an amazing organization called Out There Media. I think it's out there, out here, out everywhere, I guess.
Out there on phones.
Out there on the phone. So welcome, Kerstin. And I believe you have a presentation you want to make, yes. Or you want to start with a brief introduction about yourself, and then we'll show your video.
Thank you very much, Amir. Thank you very much, Amir. Thank you very much for having me here. It's an enormous honor to be here. And yeah, we're extremely proud today to present the first pilot campaign that we ran in the Middle East, Asia, and Africa, where we wanted to see and prove the point, let the data speak, let the facts speak, to see whether this device can actually help change the world even faster. There are 7 billion people, 7.7 billion people on the globe, and to Ursula's point, 5 billion do have a phone. Not all of them are internet connected, but 5 billion. That number makes this the single biggest medium in the world. And if we're able to capture people's hearts, regardless of the types of device, the internet connection, via that medium, we believe we can speed up and make it more engaging and more effective to spread the word about the SDGs. So I have a little video here with me that gives a quick intro about the campaign we ran over the last 2 weeks, in fact, the pilot campaign. And then we're going to talk quickly about the results, which I believe are very powerful. This was done via our Impact division, Out There Impact, that was created for this purpose. Oh. Thank you. And then the presentation should start. Okay, fantastic. There are 17 numbers that can change the world. And pick one, choose one to find out what it really means. That is the campaign we came up with. Given the brief that we got from our friend Sergio, how can we make it simple, tangible, understandable for absolutely everybody? How can we spread the word in a very, very basic way so that anybody could understand, and regardless of their phone? So we came up with that very, very simple text campaign. A text goes out with that message, 17 numbers that can change the world. Next slide, please. Choose one to find out what it really means. And what happens then is that you click on a link and you're taken to a landing page, and we'll see that in a second. Next one. So we ran that pilot in Iraq, in Nigeria, and in Indonesia, across 300,000 people in local languages. So Bahasa Indonesia in Indonesia, Arabic in Iraq, and English in Nigeria. A simple text message is sent out like that. Very, 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 very to the point, captivating. Had to be extremely, speaks to everybody, basically. Then you're taken to that wheel where you still don't know what exactly is happening. You're choosing, you're clicking on one of the SDGs. So here's how it looks in Arabic. Here's how it looks in English, and obviously in Bahasa. So simple. All of the assets are in local language, which is something which is extremely important as well. What we did, we hooked up with the data hub. Everything is ready. Thank you, Charles, also for your fantastic collaboration. Our platform sits already ingrained in the data hub. The data we're collecting are age, gender, location, as well as educational level. And we're also asking people about their level of how many children they have, as well as their mobile phone number. And let's have a quick look at the engagement rates, which is, I believe, an amazing insight that we have gained from that campaign. First of all, the number one SDG is the no poverty SDG. The highest response rate came from Indonesia, whereas the highest engagement rate came from Nigeria. What does that mean? From the people that actually interacted and responded to the campaign, 81% went on and shared their age, their gender, their location, their marital status, and then also signed up sharing their phone number, taking the pledge. 81% in Nigeria. That basically means that the people in Nigeria that interacted were extremely engaged and extremely happy about the campaign. 11% registrations in Nigeria. Another extremely interesting insight is that highest female respondents, as in of all the respondents, 32% were female in Indonesia, so that's the highest female share, versus 11% in Iraq. Interesting as well is that the majority of respondents have a secondary education or a college degree, 53%. The most engaging age group is the 21 to 39-year-olds, and then 80% of respondents in Iraq have children. So those are kind of the outliers of the data points. Maybe next slide. So given those results, given the high level of engagements, we are more than convinced that campaign has far exceeded our expectations, and we are set to take that global, to scale it, take it to 1 billion people as a next step over the next 24 to 36 months, and hope that we will have a contribution to changing the world with the power of mobile. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. I have a quick question for you. How can we cross-connect with the 1 billion people? So if we want to engage with them, what's the best way to do that?
So you can currently do that via us, Amir. So we have access to 1 billion people right now in our platform. All of the data that is collected is automatically passed over to the SDG Data Hub via the integration that we've done over summer. This was achieved in a week, this small pilot of 300,000. It'll take a few months to get to the 1 billion, but you could literally, if you came to me today, you could literally run that campaign to 1 billion people now. The target is to get to 3 billion people over the next 2 years. But today available is 1 billion people.
Thank you. And I understand it is launch day for you today, right?
It is, in fact,
at the United Nations.
This fantastic day at the United Nations here marks a landmark for many things. It's the first time we present those results. It's the first time we run such a powerful impact campaign across 3 very important regions. As I said, super humbled and super proud and honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.